Okay, I'm live. If anybody out there can let me know if my volume and everything's okay, I appreciate it. It's been a while. I've been out of town, and I keep getting messages, even while I was out of town. 50 million messages on our chat app. So I'm going to be looking at this screen here for my messages here. I should say my the chat relay. Esoteric, thanks for stopping back by. Yeah, I was out of town for some time, working, just work. So busy I couldn't do squat. But I had a good time working. I always enjoy traveling for the company. It gets me out of the office and I get to see a different aspect of what I support as a team. My team is quite large. Many people I don't even work with, but yet they're on my team. This gives me the opportunity to go out, travel, meet those people, and work with them for a short period of time. Sir Schmugly, thank you so much. Volume is fine. JK, I appreciate your time. Little Red Pony. I want to do some talking here. You know, obviously, I'll answer all your questions. I'll do the best I can. But I want to talk about something that... Funny, I have two chat windows up. I'm going to close this one. Weird. I hate this new software. In Streamlabs, the chat window and everything was in Streamlabs. Now I have to open up Streamlabs in order to see the chat relay. I also have to open up YouTube. And they're not synced because now I got two videos of myself and neither one of them are synced to what I'm saying at the exact millisecond I'm saying it. So I want to say something. I want to be very careful. Not that I think I'm saying something inappropriate, but I can actually be wrong. But somebody's got to ask this question. Somebody's got to ask it. Now, you can go back and look at my many years of being on YouTube. I've never prescribed to the fear-mongering, the conspiracy theories. I mean, there's certain conspiracy theories that I do believe in, but I never promoted them online, is what I meant to say. I never promote something I can't absolutely prove. So you can go back and look, and this probably will be one of my first videos, but I don't hear the news asking this question. And somebody needs to ask these questions because otherwise our news media outlets are really not looking for information. They're just feeding us information. Nancy Pelosi. Would it be fair to say she is the third most powerful person in this country? Would it be fair to say that she's third in line for president? Yeah, I think it's fair to say that. Therefore, she would be the third most powerful person in the United States, in my opinion. Don't you think she would be treated as such in the form of security? Don't you think she is carefully guarded? Would it be fair to say, would it be fair to assume that even her home would have 24-hour premium security? I'm not talking electronically. I'm talking about human beings on her property hired to watch over her and the family, the premises. Would it be fair to say that? So I need to ask this question because nobody's asking it. And chances are, again, I don't work for them. I'm not in the inside. I don't attend CIA, DOJ, FBI meetings. I'm just assuming. I'm assuming that they are under a good security. Perhaps even the CIA to some extent. So, how could this man, this crazed man who just hit Nancy Pelosi's husband, I think his name is Paul, I can really care less. I hope he does heal and whatever, get better. But how does this crazed man sneak by this wall of security? Nobody's asking that. This guy must have been James Bond on steroids to get through security. Now, I understand what the news media outlets is telling us. The police were sent there after the fact or during the altercation. But I'm thinking that there would be permanent security on Nancy Pelosi's home, because she probably does have multiple homes. Obviously, I like to know how this guy got by security. Because initial reports, I need to say initial reports, because you know how news can change over time. We get more details coming in, and the first reports seem to be incorrect, and that's normal. That's normal. So I'm not judging that. We're getting first-hand accounts of people who I'm trying to talk slowly, talk carefully. We're getting initial reports, basically. And obviously, as time goes by, as more details come in, what we're hearing, what was being reported to us could change. But the initial reports were, as the police rolled up, this crazed guy and Paul Pelosi, both half naked, both, I don't know to what extent the term half naked was. It could be both of them had no shirt on. I don't know. All that was said in the first report said they were both half dressed. We'll just call it half dressed. Both struggling over a hammer. If I'm right, and security is always present guarding that family, how does this guy get by? There's only two ways to get by security, right? To be James Bond and Mission Impossible and all these other super agents and get by them, or he was invited in. Or he was invited in. Which leads me to the second question that I have. Why were both men half dressed? You gotta wonder. I'm just throwing the question out there. Why were both men half dressed? I'll leave it at that. I don't want to add nothing to it. Just something, food for thought. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I've seen a lot of stuff in the news pertaining to elections. It looks like a lot of states are starting to vote Republican. A lot of people are waking up to the bull crap. You know, even a crazed liberal can be afraid of crime and be pushed to vote for a Republican. That seems to be what's happening. I am 30. All right, let me be fair about this because it's been a while since I drove to the border. I'm 45 minutes away from the Nogales, Mexico border. Okay? Let's just in case I'm accidentally exaggerating, let's just push it to an hour. I am 1 hour from the Nogales, Mexico border. I am literally a quarter of a mile from the freeway that would take you there. Just a straight beeline shot. I just have to drive through my neighborhood, get on the on-ramp, and travel 1 hour. I think that's an over-exaggeration. So I can tell you really what's going on here. When I drive up and down that highway, going in the opposite direction to work, I would have to say at least 15% of the cars say Mexico now. Mexican plates. This highway has been littered with abandoned vehicles that you would see them like 3, 4, 5 days in a row, just abandoned on the side until finally a tow truck comes along and cleans them up, gets rid of them is what I meant. And the amount of accidents has like jumped up 50%. It's crazy. I-10 here has been closed down twice between Tucson and Phoenix. Literally closed down. Two fatal accidents while I was gone. It's that I heard. I heard they involved semis. Who knows? Maybe these semis were cut off or something. When we were coming back, there was it would appear to be a fatality. So the shit's getting real. Definitely getting real out here with the illegal aliens. Let me read a couple of comments here and say hello to a few people. Christopher C. Digging the shirt. XRP, dude. Get some XRP. Get some XRP. You're going to be happy you did. I wasn't wrong about silver. I ain't wrong about this. This and Theta. Air Macful. I'm doing all right. Thank you. Fax Bulldog. Your message was retracted. Probably, I don't know why. Mitch Thornton. Third in line, but second most powerful over Kamala. Second in line. Third in line, but second most powerful over Kamala. Yeah, the president, Kamala, and Nancy Pelosi. That's third. Third most powerful. Am I missing something here? South Florida, DCL. Hello, I am Negan. He will commit suicide. Who will, Paul? Nameless. Silver premiums. Yeah, but you're going to make that money back. You really are. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the premiums. Get your silver. Security was sent home for his happy times. Security was sent home for his happy times. What are you saying? That his security patrol was told to go home while he invited men over? I don't know what you're saying. That's what it's implying. And normally with the CIA, they would refuse that order. At best, they might back up the perimeter. At best. But I'm not on the CIA payroll. I don't know anything about that, so I'm just theorizing. Nameless, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Never seen your name before. Slinging Silver, esoteric. It was his boyfriend and he was an invited guest. They were, I'm just reading a comment. Don't beat me up. It was his boyfriend and he was an invited guest. They were fighting over drugs. Well, that's, you don't know what they were fighting over. If the rest of your statement's true, you don't know what, it could have been a lover's quarrel, it could have been drugs, it could have, who knows? I mean, we're just theorizing. That second sentence, you're just theorizing. We don't even know if it was a boyfriend. Maybe he was, what's that one movie? Shit. Oh, God, what's that movie? God, I can't even think this morning. He played in The Matrix, but he had like, he played in the God damn, I can't even think. He had 3 movies, sequels. He must have been that kind of guy where he can sneak through CIA or FBI or whoever, the guards. They were sword fighting. Who knows what they were doing? Again, we're just theorizing, right? We don't have proof. I gotta say it, I could be 100% wrong. I can be wrong about security being deployed permanently to watch over Nancy and her premises. I could be completely wrong about that. But somebody still has to ask the question. The third most powerful person in the United States. Third. And she is not being guarded? I find that hard to believe. I would appreciate your views on it. Do you believe they would be guarded with CIA? Maybe not a full detachment, but maybe 2 or 3 people around the home? For crying out loud, I heard Hunter, who's just the son of the president, get CIA privileges, protection. And he's not in line for nothing. William Smith, Pirates of the Bay Area. Okay. How do we know they weren't lovers? Well, that's what I was implying. I obviously already admitted I can be 100% wrong. This guy could have snuck through the rear entrance. No pun implied. He could have went through the back door. Again, no pun implied. I'm just saying. Sonora plates, yeah, a lot of Sonora plates. And a lot of them come up here to buy stuff. They'll attend, we're talking about the people who come across the border. They'll go to yard sales and just freaking buy up everything and take it down and sell it back to the Mexicans and make money. How is the chest muscle doing? My chest is fine. It's my shoulder. So I go see the sports doctor. Consultation about surgery on the 3rd, which reminds me nowadays you got to log in and sign their portal and stuff. So I want to get this taken care of because it's affecting my sleep and everything. Airmac full. The answer is yes to your question. Will do. I just need some time. Jennifer Judkins loves stacking silver. Hope it goes up in the near future. Well, Jennifer, I need to warn you. Silver has a tendency to be stagnant. When I got into silver right around $14, $15, it would stay at $14, $15. It would fluctuate 50 cents, $1 here and there. But it always stay there. And then eventually it went up to $17 and was just stagnant. And you thought, oh, well, why am I stacking this? It's just staying there. And eventually, if you take a look at the charts, a couple of years ago, it went all the way up to $28, $29 and fell back down. So we're in another stagnant phase. What I'm telling you is don't lose faith. It will move. And you're going to be very happy depending on when you bought in, obviously, right? Because if you bought in at $28 and it's now what? $19, you're going to be pretty depressed. So just don't give up. It'll get up there again. It really will. And matter of fact, the best thing I always tell, my best advice for stackers is buy the silver, lock it up in your own safe, and forget you own it. Literally forget you own it. I was one of those guys who would check the charts. Did it move up? Did it move up? Hourly. I would check the charts. Did moved up a nickel. After a while, you get tired of it. Don't even look at the price. I mean, maybe, you know what I mean? Just forget you have the silver. It is an insurance policy. It is something you'll always have. And I always tell silver stackers, financially, you're doing better than a lot of people with their savings accounts. See, those savings accounts, what are they really? They're just holdovers for the next monthly cycle of bills. They're really not a savings account, although it's in their savings account or their checking account. Because once that cycle of bills come, that savings account is depleted, right? You actually have money, silver, put away outside of the system. What I mean by outside of the system, it's not at a bank, it's not being held for bills or anything. It is free and clear money. Boom. Just forget you have it, okay? And I promise you, you're going to be very happy about it. Keep buying. Don't listen to the negative people. Because I can guarantee you, excuse me, those negative people, they ain't got no silver. And they feel very bad. So they got to, in order to feel better about themselves, they need to knock you down below them so they can feel superior. Don't listen to the negative people. Even your own family. My family, they laugh. They scoff. Oh, you're just coin collecting. You're just coin collecting. You know, that's all you do. It's a child's game. It's no better than collecting baseball cards. Don't listen to these people. They know nothing. Nothing. When things are rough, you can go into that safe, grab a stack of silver, a stack of 20. What I mean by a stack is a 20 roll. You can take it to any. You don't even need. You can take one. You can take two. You take it to any coin shop and you can get money. Boom. In a case of an emergency. Try that in a bank with when they close it down. Thank you for being here. Gabby Marr, silver or debt? Sell to get out, then buy slowly. So that's a really good question. Now, in the past, I've always said try to do both at the same time. But your debt, it depends on the interest rate. So if you got, we'll just say $5,000 worth of silver. It's in your safe. Obviously, it's there for an emergency. But your debt, let's just say your debt is 19.9% interest rate. That's debilitating. I mean, that's you'll never pay that debt off if you're just working an average job. You'll never pay that debt off. Your monthly payments will just be the accrual of interest rates. So in that situation, depending on the interest rate, I have to add that in. You got to hear me. I'm not saying sell your silver to pay off all your debt. What I'm saying is you might consider selling your silver if your debt has a high bearing interest rate, is what I'm trying to say. It'll free up those monthly payments, and then you're able to reinvest into silver. This is a decision that only you can make, and it's individual to each and every person. It's an individual assessment to each and every person. There's some credit cards out there that are closing in at 29% interest rate. So another thing I did to pay off my debt, and it was the smartest thing I ever did. And talking about all the negative feedback. Oh, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. It's been something like 15 years now. I don't regret a damn thing. If you have a 401k, you're allowed to take out a loan. The good thing about a 401k loan is you're not paying the bank back. You're not paying the bank interest either. You're paying yourself back and you're paying yourself interest. So what I'm trying to say to you is I took a 401k loan out, enough to pay off my debt. I paid off my debt, which was 19% interest rate. And immediately my place of employment, or I should say the 401k company, started taking payments out of my paycheck. And it was something ridiculously low, a 2.75% interest rate at the time. Wasn't paying a bank back that 2.75. I was paying myself back, my 401k account. So the loan was against myself, not a bank. So if you got a 401k account, you might consider still holding on to your silver and just going down that avenue. Okay? The best move I've ever made. Thanks for asking that, Gabby. I appreciate it. But if you don't have a 401k, consider your interest rate and then consider selling your silver. Yes, I would. John Wick, that was the name of the movie. This guy who snuck into Nancy Pelosi's house. If they had security, especially CIA, he must have been like a John Wick character. Again, I need to clarify that I don't know for certain that Nancy Pelosi is being guarded by CIA, nor her premises. I got to be upfront about that. I could be wrong. I am Negan. It was John Wick. Canadian Outdoor Survival. Heard it was hammer time. Oh, knows. Who freaking knows? Gary Hughes. Man, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. We will never hear the true story. You'll never know. He's been in a lot of is it Paul Pelosi? He's been he's been mixed up in a lot of bullcrap lately, hasn't he? Like that shirt? XRP, buddy. XRP. Anybody worth 200 million, this is from Robert McGee. Anybody worth 200 million has full security, especially living in the city like San Francisco. When is the police body cam footage coming out? I'm guessing after the election. That's from Canadian Outdoor Survival. Thank you so much, Canadian. Backdoor burglary. Man, you guys keep coming up with the jokes. You do realize after this election, she's not going to be Speaker of the House no more. I'm hoping not. I hope she goes away. You know, it's funny. She plans to move to Florida during whatever her retirement. But think about this. All along, that's a fascist state. Oh my God, they're fascists. They don't wear their mask and oh my God. The governor there, he's fascist. Everybody's fascist. She's moving from the States. She turned into a hellhole to a fascist state. I just don't understand their logic. Air Matful, you're correct. Paper money is losing on the inflation. And although silver is stagnant, you're buying it at the price of that stagnant dollar. That's the only downfall, but I see your point. Lewis Walker, thank you so much. North Carolina farmer. He's even agreeing, buy it and forget it. You just forget it. Buy the silver, buy the gold, and forget you own it. And my second piece of advice, don't tell anybody you're doing this. Don't tell, even family members. Don't tell them. Family, I find, can be some of the most, I don't know. Family, I trust, there are some friends I trust more than some family members. Let's put it that way. Family tend to believe they're entitled to treat you like shit because we're blood. No, means nothing to me. Blood means very little to me. I mean, obviously, there's certain brothers and sisters I have that I hold in a higher regard, and there's others that are just... I have one sister I haven't spoken to, since 2014, 15. Means nothing to me. Means nothing. I have friends who treat me better than that. Dom C, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, I haven't been doing a lot of videos, obviously. Just been really busy. Airmac Full, his comment. I followed your advice years ago to get rid of my debt off first, and then got into metals, meaning silver and gold. So may not have as much as others, but I don't owe anything. Good. Justin Trudeau. They're calling it January 6th, West Coast. So apparently he was invited in, meaning, remember, January 6th, a lot of the people guarding the building just were waving the people in. I got the joke. Yeah. All right, folks. I'm going to get out of here. I'm exhausted. I really am exhausted. I need to go for a walk, wake up, move around, do something. But again, the news media is not asking these questions. I'm curious to hear any updates on what's going on. I definitely would like to know how this guy got past security, if there is security at all. Folks, have a great day. Who else? Somebody nameless. Thank you so much for being here. It seems like every time I cut loose, I get a couple of comments. Mike Moss, thank you. We got to get you to 20K. Yeah, I think I'm being shadow banned. And obviously, I got to take ownership of some of my own problems, right? Or some of my own fault. I obviously haven't been putting out a lot of video content. So that's my fault. But I also noticed before I slowed down on the videos, it was like my daily video viewership was like 3,000 per day. 3,000 views. And all of a sudden, I don't know, right around 2019, boom. Some of my videos only get up to 600, maybe 1,000 if I'm lucky, views. From 3,000 to 1,000. So if any of you are listening to me and who have not subscribed yet, I would really appreciate if you subscribe and help me get over that 20,000 mark. Okay? I got to run. Pristine Green is here in the house. Innes, thank you so much. I'm just reading his comment. I saw a broken door on the left and a door open on the right. Did not make sense to me. Suspicious as hell. Tim Williams came in late. Simulcast to Rumble. No shadow banning there. I'll look into Rumble, but I'm going to be honest. I do this to pay for the internet bill as well, and I don't think Rumble pays you, do they? Correct me if I'm wrong. Because I'll tell you what, me making videos, it offsets my my $150 internet bill, internet/cable bill. So, Gabby Marr. All right, I got to run, folks. You have a great day. Again, if you haven't subscribed, do so. I will try to put out more content, but obviously I'm not going to just put out content for the sake of putting out content. It needs to mean something to you. It needs to mean something to me. I'm starting to feel like Joe Biden because my words are starting to slur.